I was really stunned because how could something so wimpy turn into being a bacteria that is one of the most deadly to human health? My husband fell ill from a superbug. He had been supremely hardy. He was, climbing backwards down into the Red Pyramid outside of Cairo on Thanksgiving Day, and all of a sudden he was fighting for his life. Now that he was fully colonized with this bug, there were no antibiotics left to kill it. They also indicated to me that was the ultimate question. Do you want to pull the plug or not? And so I asked him. He was in a coma. I didn't know if he could hear me. And I said, honey, they have run out of everything that there is in modern medicine to kill this bug. And if you want to live, please squeeze my hand and I will try to find something to kill this thing. He squeezed my hand really hard. And then I had to get to work. Even though modern medicine has run out of ideas, maybe there's an experimental treatment that we can use to try to save him. And so I entered the words multi-drug resistant bacteria, Acinetobacter baumannii, and an alternative treatments. And up popped a paper that mentioned something called bacteriophage or bacteriophage therapy. And that rang a bell. Phage are viruses that have naturally evolved to attack bacteria. I realized that this was a forgotten cure, but we in the West have never conducted the clinical trials that were necessary to show that it worked, so it's still considered experimental. Colleagues at Texas A&M University, who were total strangers, decided to turn their lab into a command center. We also enlisted the help of the US Navy. They used different samples from duck ponds and barnyards and swamps, because wherever you find a lot of bacteria, you find the perfect predator, the phages that will kill them. They found 4 phages that were a match. And he was treated for about a month with phage therapy. He had already started to make a miraculous turnaround within 3 days. He lifted his head off the pillow, opened his eyes and kissed his daughter's hand. And up until that point, he'd been within hours of dying. Now that I've seen phage therapy be used on dozens of other patients, I believe that it is the solution. Offering phage in conjunction with antibiotics, I think, is the way forward. The literature is showing that this is the most promising alternative to antibiotics that's out there.
We know we have phages in our collection right now that could be used to treat superbug infections, but currently there is no standardized way in the UK for hospitals and clinicians to access those phages for compassionate use. What we'd like to see is a centralized system that would allow a clinician, if he has a patient in front of him with an untreatable disease, to be able to access safe, effective phage therapeutics. So let's unlock the power of phage therapy for compassionate use.